Number two, it raises Uganda's competitiveness in the region as a producer and exporter of instant coffee. And number three, it ensures that only premium coffee beans are exported to high-end markets like Starbucks coffee, where the price per kilo is much higher. So it's a benefit for our people. Unfortunately, in the deal between government of Uganda and Vinci Coffee Company, our country stood to lose instead of gaining. And this is because of the following reasons. Reason number one, the factory was not targeting to add value to the low-grade beans. Instead, the agreement ring-fenced the high-value beans usually reserved for brewed coffee, not soluble instant coffee. Now this means that Vinci, instead of exporting high-value beans unprocessed by giving all premium beans to Vinci, a monopoly over this cream coffee was created. And this led to directly knocking out other exporters from the business of exporting coffee beans. And this does not make economic sense because premium beans are given only to one company, and in effect, all the current exporters of coffee would eventually be kicked out of business. Number two, globally, instant coffee is produced from low-value coffee beans, while brewed coffee is made from the large premium roasted beans. Now, in the agreement, which Parliament has since moved to terminate, Vinci is seen prioritizing beans made for brewed coffee, not instant coffee, which the factory ordinarily meant to produce. There is no single benefit, ladies and gentlemen, and this is one important reason. There is no single benefit that the country would gain from this deal. Yes, coffee export revenues would rise, and that is only on paper, but not in the banks of Uganda. The owners of Vinci have no tax obligations whatsoever. So it makes business sense for Pinetti and her colleagues to basically take away all the revenue for at least 10 years, while at the same time they are receiving subsidies like electricity charges, which is below even the cost price. Number four, Vinci came to Uganda with nothing. The fact that they were given land to establish a factory by government, Vinci, the so-called rich investor, applied for authority to use the same land to acquire a loan, and in the typical NRM mafia style, the application was approved by Uganda Investment Authority. And without shame, the Minister of Finance confirmed to Parliament that he signed the agreement without seeing the feasibility study, without a market survey report, or even proof of funding. So in summary, this is just another briefcase investor who is being used by the Museveni Mafia government to do another Lubowa hospital kind of fraud. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, as NUP, we support the establishment of a soluble coffee factory, but a factory that targets adding value to some of our low-value coffee beans, which also brings us